36 hours of bloody mayhem at the old state pen left 33 inmates dead.
That's the way they killed them, one piece at a time. Okay, my name's Rick Lamonda. I was a correctional officer here from January 1980 until March of 2008. I worked here 28 and a half years. I was a correctional officer. I was what they call a line officer. I was the one that went up and down the corridor and took care of the institution. 11 officers had to take care of 1,195 inmates. Now what happened is it was so overcrowded, the inmates got mad and decided to riot. And they took over the institution February 2nd of 1980 at 11:45 at night.
The problem with a lot of these places, like the penitentiary, if you know what happened there, and you're walking through there and it's dark, you get the heebie-jeebies.
Now this here was what we call the main facility control center. This here would open every individual cell block, all the way from the dorms to the cells and to cell block 3, 4, and 5. You could open each one. You opened all the grills with this. Now once the inmates took over the institution, they got in here, and this is how they let all the other inmates out. The inmates had a lot of demands. They wanted better living, better food, better clothes. They wanted libraries. They wanted better education. They wanted everything an inmate deserves is what they demanded. See, when the riot started, they took the 11 officers that were on duty, they took them hostage. So there was no controlling it. They took over the whole institution. And they had it for 72 hours, for 3 days. Then the governor made an order that we will take it back, and that's when we come in and took the institution back. Now, cell block 4 is the one that they killed all the inmates in for the riot. They killed 33 inmates in here. And they didn't kill them right away. They tortured them. This is the axe marks. They cut their hands off, then they'd cut their feet off, then they'd cut an arm off, then they'd cut a leg off. That's the way they killed them, one piece at a time. This is the one that had the snitches, the baby rapers, and the rapists.
I started out in this as a skeptic, not as a ghost hunter. And through just encountering enough, it gives me a benefit of a doubt. So I'm literally right in the middle. The pen is definitely one of the most interesting places in New Mexico to investigate. The penitentiary was interesting. The first time we went was with 94 Rock. And the strangest thing we had happen is we went because we had night vision cameras, and they had a contest, and it was kind of like MTV Sphere. I don't know if you've seen it, where you're dared to hang out in an area for 20 minutes, and if you can do it, you win $1,000. Well, they wanted our cameras to be able to watch those areas. So, like, for example, the guy that was locked down in solitary confinement, he stayed there for 20 minutes. So we set the cameras up down in the basement, cell block 3, which was maximum security. And my friend Bob, he was down on one end and I was on the other end. He's coming out and we're about to leave and we hear a noise. But I hear a noise and you see the light at the end, that's me. I'm looking around, so what caused that? Bob thinks the contestants have shown up, which is bad because we're not supposed to be seen by them. So we're like, oh no, we need to get out of here. And right at that time, it's boom, this big loud noise startled me. He thought something fell down on me.
Who was it? Cody, you okay?
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
These fucking cell doors.
One of the cell doors?
What it was one of the cell doors had slammed closed. The problem with that is all the corrections officers had all the cell doors already closed. We went back up, told them what happened. They go, no, we shut all those. Let me show you how they open. And you go to the end of the cell block, you hit a switch. They all open together. You just can't slam one shut. It depends on what your religious belief is, I guess, if you believe in life beyond death. If you believe in that, I would assume that those guys wouldn't want to, because they were not good men. Where would they go? You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to go. I'd hang out there. So I guess if you choose to believe in life after death, yeah, those guys have a reason not to go.
No, I don't think there's any ghosts here or anything like that. A lot of different officers and staff has told me that they've seen ghosts and they've seen balls of fire and they've seen tennis shoes floating in the air and things like that. They've seen this, but I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
No.
Careful where you walk.
I got you back.
I was more worried about you stepping and falling on something.
We just walked by that.
Huh?
During the riots there, 33 inmates were killed. 12 officers were taken hostage. Most rioters went unpunished. It is still debated if it's haunted or not. But the pandemonium was real. The New Mexico State Pen still remains, a ghost of its former self, although it is still used for police trainings and as a movie location. One of the few movies last shot there was The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, a comedy, even though the building's history is far from funny.